Greetings, I'm Teek, and this is the show where I go over things that were of interest to me in the last week. Fortunately, I have a great many interests, so there's probably something for you here too. There was a big shakeup in the comic book industry this week as DC Comics announced that they would no longer be distributing through Diamond Comic Distributors. For 25 years, Diamond has, for better or worse, held an effective monopoly on the distribution of comic books and related materials. Publishers sell books to Diamond, who then sell and ship those books to retailers around the world. However, their latest contract with DC has come to an end, and for the first time in a generation, DC has apparently decided to go elsewhere. Starting this summer, DC will distribute books through two new distributors, UCS Comic Distributors and Lunar Distribution. It's unknown what this change will mean for DC Comics, but the timing of the split couldn't be worse for Diamond. Already struggling to stay afloat as the global pandemic disrupts the comic book market, the loss of roughly one-third of their product could be problematic, to say the least. The ripple effect this move will have across the industry will be huge and is leaving a lot of questions. For instance, the two new distributors of DC Comics are owned by Midtown Comics and Discount Comic Book Service, both of which directly compete with the retailers they'll be doing business with. And while legend has it that competition feeds innovation, that may not be the case here. Comic book shops still have to order both Marvel and DC Comics to stay in business, so there won't be any major incentive for the exclusive distributors to compete with each other. Meanwhile, the smaller network of the new distributors may also mean higher costs for comic shops, particularly overseas. All in all, it's very hard to predict what kind of long-term impact this decision will make and what changes we'll see in its wake. Meanwhile, over in video games, Sega has been teasing a big announcement over the last couple weeks, and we finally know what it is. A mini Game Gear. Literally bringing the classic portable system into the palm of your hand, the mini Game Gear comes in 4 colors, each sporting a tiny library of 4 unique games. But don't worry, assuming you actually want to play a game on a system with a 1-inch screen rather than treat it as a novelty keychain, you can buy a separate magnifying glass attachment. No English release has been announced, but I imagine the language barrier will be the least of your problems in trying to play a game on this system. Oh, Japan. And going straight to video games, because the theaters are still closed and there's nothing on TV right now, we have Hopbound on Steam. A very stylized platformer that kinda gives off some Sonic vibes, but maybe that's just how the character rolls. Over on the Epic Games Store, the Samurai Showdown reboot is finally hitting PC, and I'm not gonna lie, I never noticed that there was no W in the show part of Showdown until making this video. Also on the Epic Store, this week's free game is Overcooked if you're looking for some couch co-op fun. Over on the Switch this week, Demon's Tier is a neat-looking top-down dungeon crawler that looks like it has some party elements to it. Meanwhile, Project Warlock is a stylish-looking shooter with some sweet environments and cool-looking abilities. That leaves us with this week's awesome video. Kick off Pride Month with a story from Extra Credits dishing the details about another legendary set of 300 Greek warriors that were especially gay, which is saying something.
A band which is united by the ties of love is truly indissoluble and unbreakable, since both lover and beloved are ashamed of being disgraced in the presence of each other, and each stands his ground at a moment of danger to protect one another.
That's it for this week, so what do you think the future holds for the comic book industry? Are good things coming, or is this the beginning of the end of comic shops as we know them? Give me your best armchair analysis in the comments. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for more videos, and maybe give me a like if you think I deserved it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a great week!